guys, welcome back. Right, I've got a little tub here that I'm covering. I've done a bit of it already because it's quite sort of tedious, quite long, you know, hard going. I've done this today as well. This was my gravy tub, Bisto. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll cover that. I'm looking around the house trying to find stuff that I can cover with these serviettes, and it's getting a bit of I don't know, a bit addictive really, because I did this one first of all, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to do lots of other stuff in this. I've tried a few of the other serviettes as well, just to test out what looks nice, you know, but I do like this one the best. So I'm going to cover this, and I've also got a little knick-knack box that's got like 6 little mini drawers that I'm going to cover, and I've got a big project that I want to do, which is my treadle sewing machine cabinet. It's quite a big, you know, a lot, well, probably, you know, the size of the width of a sewing machine and about the height of a desk, square, you know, and then you open them out. So I want to cover that, but I'm just going to practice on these little knickknacks first. This was in my shed. I was going to chuck it out. What I've done, I don't know whether you can see, my plan is to just follow on with the pattern. And I've done the drawer here, but I'm not sure whether I'm happy with the pattern as it is. It sort of follows on, if you can see. I've got to be careful because it might stick in a bit too. So that sort of follows on from that leaf and that bud there. But I don't know whether I like it or not. I'm sort of, you know, a bit up in the air about it. I'll see. I'll see how it goes, how I feel. But I'm just going to let it dry at the moment because it's a bit wet. I'm not going to, I might cover the sides, but I don't think there's any point because pulling it in and out, it will wear off. I mean, I've cocked up there a bit. I put it down on the deck, didn't I, and it just peeled off. So I thought, you know, is it worth doing the sides really? Because you're only going to see that bit. There's a little catch got to go on there, like a little opener, you know, like a little fastener thing. So we'll put that on after. But now, I'll put this back on the radiator just to dry off a little bit. I've got my radiators on low. Well, they've gone off now because it's late here. It's nearly 12 o'clock at night. But I want to do this. When I get ideas in my head, I want to do them. And, you know, I've come on quiet. Good job I haven't got any neighbours above me awake. Otherwise, I'd be banging on the ceiling. Right, so what I'm going to do now is pop that on there like that and see if that will run around the sides easily. I'm hoping it will. So first and foremost, get some glue on. We'll just run. This is just watered down PVA. Not PVA, sorry, Mod Podge. It's like PVA, similar sort of composition. I'm guessing there's probably other stuff in it, you know, to make it actually Mod Podge. Right. I'm trying not to pop too much glue on. Almost just a thin sort of coating really. Just so that, because if you don't, I find if you don't put Mod Podge on first, because some people just Mod Podge them after, or PVA them after, or whatever, you know, or Decoupage, use special glue, you can, special serviette glue. I'm not sure what the difference is, but some people just put that on last. But I'm going to do it like this because I want it to stick really, not really good. Right, now this is going to be the hard bit. I'm going to try and get it right first time. Don't know if I'm going to be able to. Right, have I got this the right way around? Yeah, of course I have, because I want the rosebuds upright, don't I? Right, so I've got to get it in first without... Oh, I don't really want to do that, see? Right, so let's try and get it. See, it's already touching. Right, so I'm going to Try and smooth it on best I can. No, that hasn't quite gone round enough. See, I haven't. Right, I've got to peel it off quickly before it gets too thingy. Wow, that was lucky. Because it does, once it starts to get too wet, that's when it rips. It was probably a bad idea, me thinking I could do this all in one go. Silly, aren't I? Right, getting in a bit of a mess now because the serviette's soft. What's happened here now at the bottom? No, that's gone. That's no good. Right, see, I've ripped it, look. Right, start again. This is what you've got to do. You've got to persevere and try again. If it fails, try again. Now what I'm going to do this time, there's enough glue on there just to make it stick. So I'm not going to put any more PVA on. Right, this isn't coming apart because my fingers are sticking to it. Come on. There we go, there we go. That's it, that's it, that's it. Right. Let's pull that apart. Now, I do recall that I had to cut an inch off the bottom. So we'll have an inch off the bottom. And I think I had to cut an inch off the side. I'm going to try it again, see if I can do it. Oh, is that the right depth? I'm going to leave the side on because better for it to be bigger than smaller than two. Is that the right height? Just try it. Yeah, right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put one side on first, like that. Push it right down. Keep it over like that. And then at least I know I've got enough. Ah, that's better. It's better, that's better. It's a bit crooked though, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being a bit crooked. Right, because we can just tuck him over. I've got the rose where I want it. I've got the roses. I mean, I could, if I'm careful, maybe pull it off and level it off. Level it up. Try to. Is it going to level up? Or is it just going to go back? Yeah, I think it's just gone back how it was. But I'm okay with that. I'm not fussed that it don't go right down to the bottom, you know, because you're not going to see that. Right, now what I need to do now is get some nicks going on. What I'm going to do is take a bit off there, a bit off there, only a bit. So I want to wrap it anyway. And I'm just going to wrap it round like you would as if you were doing a parcel, you know, like a circle. Don't know if it's going to work like that. I'm going to press it down like that now. I get my hand in, just do it delicate. So you've got a few bubbles inside. I just want to flatten it down, yeah. And then stick that down there. And then also stick it up that one as well. Now I don't want it going up there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Just tear it out. Right. Now what I've got to do now is wrap this around the back. What we can do is put another piece on the back to cover this and put some pieces on the sides as well. It's just a case of, right, that needs to go into the corner. There we go. It's a bit tight. It won't wrap over, see, if it's too tight, it won't wrap. No, that's a bit tight there, but I'm just going to sort of ease it into the corner and hopefully it won't rip. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this lot at the moment. It's, yeah, it's just something different. That's how I see it. No, that one hasn't pulled down quite as much as I'd like. So, just teased it over without too much rippage. And then this bit here, I'm just going to sort of patch it up a bit like that. And put that on there as well. And then hopefully do a bit of a bodge, tuck it in. It's the beauty of these serviettes really, because you can hide a sort of multitude of sins really. You know, you can get away with a little bit of tweaking here and there. That is a bit fat there at the moment, bit of a crease, but it should be okay. And I'm going to do the same here. This one's not as bad because that's ripped there, I think, but I'm not fussed about that. If I'm that bothered, I could just get a piece to poke in, like, I don't know, got a bit of red. Is it like a rose? It looks like a rose, doesn't it? I wonder if I could patch it with that. You can. And then just take it over the back like that. Just see what happens when it dries. So let's tuck that down. Just poking it down just so that it sort of adheres with the Mod Podge that I've put on. And I've just ripped it a bit there, but no worries. If when it's dry and you see any that you've like proper like ripped it, you can always add a patch, you know, add a little bit. So I think that's what's happened here in this corner. But I mean, I'm not really that bothered, to be fair, because you know, I don't think it's going to be that visible. Right, now next one, we will do the same here, like so. But what I'm going to do is chop a little bit more off, just so as we've got a bit more, less of this green. We'll see if we can do a better job this time. Probably not, probably be the same. But I'm just practicing. So that's my excuse anyway, yeah. Right, now what I'm going to do is try and get as much of this off my brush as possible. Then get the excess glue off. So we haven't got like really sopping wet glue, you know. Right, now here's the best way to do it. I'm going to go in this way. Might be able to see what I'm doing a bit better. I hope that's in frame. Right, I'm going to tuck those over again, like that. I'm going to work this side first. No, it should have been... maybe. Hang on. It's awkward, real awkward. Tuck that over like that. And then try and get it in, lay it on, and then get your hands off. Quick time. And then tuck it in like that. Right, but there's no glue. I didn't put enough glue at the sides. Right, okay. A bit more glue on. Right, is that working? I think it is. And then I'm just going to roll it over best I can. Tap it down. The middle is where it's all white, creamy coloured. So I don't want... right, there we go. Now, all we've got to do now is get some glue on this bit here. Now, once this is dry, I'm going to go back in with the Mod Podge and get another coating of Mod Podge on so that it's protected, because it will sort of, you know, what do you call it? You know, delicate, easily sort of snagged, I suppose, or, you know. So I'm just going to cut this because I don't want that, really. It's not necessary. It's just on the inside, isn't it? I'm just tucking that down. I'm not bothered about anything being in there, really. You know, can always add a bit of summit if it's not working. Now, right, now what I'm going to do now is go down as far as I can. Actually, I can take a bit off to make life a bit easier. What a lot of people do is just cut the images out and then just use an image at a time, which is probably the best option, rather than doing this, you know, covering a whole thing with serviette. It's probably a silly idea, you know. It's just me being trying to be clever, but I'm not being clever because sometimes it's not working. Right, I'm going to go in with scissors and then take it over the edge again. Right, let's get this on. Now what I wanted to do, you see, was use this Mod Podge up, because I've been using this all day, this Mod Podge, because I've been doing another journal, a journal cover, and then I'm going to put some signatures in it, and it's going to be a woodland theme. So it's just a test, really, to see what I could do with a wood, this wood stencil. And I've used some mousses, some just, you know, like crackle mousse, which is a bit like gesso but crackles. And I've used some colours, some acrylic colours like browns and stuff, and some of my inks. and I've done this cover. I've done a video when I've done it, when it's actually drying at the moment. I shall upload it tomorrow and you will see what I've been up to. Why I've got all this I've got all this Mod Podgy, watered down Mod Podge. Now I'm going to go over, no, I think I'm going to, tell you what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on it, and then what happens is, it goes hard, and then you can sand it off. There we go. Don't particularly want it going over the corner, but once it's hard you can get rid of it, see. Dries hard if it's got a bit of Mod Podge on it. There you are. Just tapping it down. Right then, I think I'm going to leave it at that now, guys, and let it dry overnight, and I will come back in the morning, see what's happening with it, and I'll come back on and I shall do a finishing up with it, see what we can do to make it look a bit better. Hopefully it'll be okay, I'm hoping. Seems alright to me. It seems to be stuck down okay. There doesn't seem to be too many snags. There's a couple of tears that have occurred on these corners down here. There's one down that corner, but apart from that, I think it'll be okay. Let's get the drawer, see what the drawer's doing now. Oh, that's dry now. Right, I'm going to pop that in there. See if it'll shut. Yeah. There we go. Is that just pulled off there? Oh no, it's part of the rose. Yeah, so there we go. Once it's dry, I've got to put some on the sides and some on the back. But that's easy. It's an easy job. And then that's finished, instead of it being plain white. And I did sort of get sick of it, really, because it used to get tarnished. It was on my windowsill, and it used to sort of go like a funny yellow colour. And then I painted it a couple of times, and then I put some stickers on it when it was my planner holder. I had some like little stickers on it, and then I sort of got sick of it and thought, oh, I'll chuck this away. I'm glad I didn't now. I've repurposed it. So there we go. Right then, stay safe everybody, take care, and I will catch you again very soon. Bye bye.